Once upon a time in a small village, there was a diligent and hard-working farmer named John. John had been farming his land for years and knew the ins and outs of his trade. He took great pride in his work and always strived to produce the best crops possible. One day, the local government decided to implement a new regulation called the Crop Quality Control Act. This act aimed to ensure that all crops produced in the village met specific quality standards. The act required the farmers to go through a bureaucratic process that involved obtaining various permits, getting their crops tested, and proving compliance with the standards. Excited about the prospect of improving the quality of his produce even further, John embarked on this bureaucratic journey. The first step was to visit the government office, where he presented his application for the necessary permits. The clerk at the counter examined his paperwork meticulously before informing him that his application had a small issue that needed correction. With enthusiasm, John went back home and made the necessary amendments. He returned to the office, hopeful that everything was now in order. However, he faced another obstacle when he was told that the office had changed the application requirements only recently, and John was unaware of the alteration. Frustrated, he left the office, determined to find a solution. John sought help from fellow farmers in the village who had already gone through the process. They provided him with tips and guidance about the constantly changing bureaucratic requirements. John spent days compiling the necessary documents, filling out the forms, and acquiring the appropriate signatures. Once John obtained all the permits, he had to move on to the next phase, crop testing. He was asked to deliver a sample of his crops to the government laboratory for a meticulous examination. The laboratory, known for its slow and methodical procedures, took weeks to process John's crops. Finally, after a long wait, John received the test results. To his dismay, the laboratory determined that his crop fell slightly below the required quality standards. Devastated but still persistent, he approached the government once again seeking guidance on how to improve his crop quality. After engaging in multiple discussions with different officials, John discovered that the specific quality standards were determined by committee members who had limited experience in farming. They had decided upon the quality parameters without considering the actual challenges faced by farmers. John, realizing this, decided to take matters into his own hands. He dedicated himself to understanding the technicalities and addressed the deficiencies highlighted in the crop testing. As he implemented corrective measures, he also reached out to other farmers in the village and shared his knowledge and experience. Gradually, the farmers started working together, sharing best practices, and collectively striving to meet the set quality standards. They formed a committee of experienced farmers who could provide valuable insights and feedback to the government. By working together, the farmers were able to give meaningful input in shaping the quality control regulations. Over time, the government realized the importance of involving the people most affected by policies in the decision-making process. They recognized the need to streamline the bureaucratic procedures, provide adequate support, and establish a genuine partnership with the farmers. And so, through the dedication and perseverance of farmers like John, bureaucratic processes were refined, becoming more efficient and farmer-friendly. These changes fostered a greater sense of collaboration and understanding between the government and the agricultural community, ultimately leading to improved crop quality throughout the village.